Hey guys, I'm Roland with Mobile Geeks, and we're still at our friends of notebookinfo.de, and the reason for that is actually they have a Nexus 10 right here. And what we want to do is a tiny little comparison with the iPad 4, because the two devices are actually directly competing against each other, and Samsung is trying to steal some thunder from the iPad again, once more. This time using the Nexus brand from Google, and this one right here is the Nexus 10, which is a pretty decent competitor compared to the iPad because it has a 2560 by 1600 almost retina style resolution. You won't be able to tell any differences between the pixels on this device, neither, just as on the iPad. The iPad is still at its usual 2048 by 1536 resolution, and they're doing a pretty good job on that. The brightness is a little bit higher on the iPad, I think. Otherwise, the viewing angles are beautiful on both devices. The main difference is for sure 4:3 form factor, and this is 16:9. So the iPad is more of a portrait device, while the Samsung is more of a landscape usage device. Design-wise, there's a couple of differences because this one is actually more not as rounded as the Samsung one, but that's probably because of those pesky lawsuits between Apple and Samsung. And otherwise, another difference is the hardware platform, because this one is actually running a ARM Cortex A15. That's a new Samsung dual-core processor that's way powerful. It has a little more raw processing power than the iPad processor. That's the Apple A6, but Apple still has an advantage on the gaming performance, at least, or graphics performance, that is, because if you look at the benchmark scores on the iPad, it's actually about 40% faster than the Samsung, because it actually manages to score 133 frames, and we only got some 87 frames on the Samsung. We can't show you the score right now, but just trust us right now. What else is there? The sound is a major difference on both devices. Size-wise, they're almost the same except for the different screen sizes. The Samsung is a bit thicker, but it's way lighter than the iPad 4. The iPad is actually quite heavy, while the Samsung is about 600 grams. That's about 70 to 80 grams less. And what we wanted to show you is actually the sound on the device, because the iPad has way better speakers. So if you're more of a video person, I don't know if you can hear it, but there is some bass in there. That is actually something that the Samsung can't really do for you, because it's kind of, the speakers can't really keep up. But again, price-wise, that's another major difference. Samsung is way cheaper. So that's the bassless sound actually of the Nexus. Another difference is actually the price. iPad is $479, Samsung is only $399.